With your permission, sir, I am starting today's proceedings, and I
Yes, sir,
hope
please.
all, okay, I hope all of you are getting this slide on your screens, and all of you are getting my voice. If any problem, please let me know. So, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Dr. Ram Naresh, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the Amit University in Tashkent for the third international conference on the technological advancements in the computational science. And I am the internal moderator. And as an internal moderator for this session, it is my privilege to guide you through the proceedings today. So, before we start our discussion into this exciting research and discussion, let me take a moment to provide some background information about our university and this conference. So, we are in Amity University in Tashkent, and the Amity University Group has long been a hub of the academic excellence and to foster innovation, collaboration, and cutting edge research across various fields. And we, as an educational group, we are dedicated to pushing the boundaries of the knowledge and nurturing the brightest mind for the tomorrow. And this third international conference on technological advancements in computational science is a significant event in our academic calendar, and it serves as a platform for the researchers, the scholars, and the industry professionals to come together and share their latest finding, exchange ideas, and engage in meaningful discussion. This conference actually represents the culmination of the countless hours of hard work, dedication, and the intellectual curiosity. Now, let me introduce to the individuals who will be leading our session today. So, we have with us Dr. Sudeshna Chakravarti, Professor Galgotia University, and Professor Suhail Javed Qureshi, HOD, and the professor. Now, I will read out the brief profile of these esteemed individuals in the academic field, and then we will proceed with the today's presentations. First, I will introduce Dr. Sohail Javed Qureshi and then Professor Sudeshna Chakravarti. So, Dr. Sohail Javed Qureshi is a highly accomplished professional with a diverse background in academia, research, and administration. He currently holds the position of the professor and head of the Department of the Computer Applications at Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, a prestigious NAC A++ organization that is located in the Faridabad, India. With a remarkable 17 years experience in the field, Dr. Qureshi has made significant contributions to the realms of the academies and the research. In addition to his research achievements, he has also gained valuable industry experience for a duration of 3 years. He holds a doctorate in the area of the information security and the biometric systems earned from the prestigious Aligarh Muslim University, and the Dr. Qureshi has completed his PhD MTech B in computer science from the Aligarh Muslim University and the Rohilkhand University, respectively. His areas of specialization encompasses machine learning, information security, cloud computing, and IoT. It reflects his deep expertise in these domains. Dr. Qureshi's research work has been widely recognized with over 50 articles published in reputable journals and conferences, including those indexed in the SCI and Scopus. He serves as the editorial board of the international journals, contributing to the advancement of the academic discourse. Additionally, he actively participates in the technical and review committees of the various international conferences. Dr. Qureshi's innovative contributions are further evidenced by his possession of the seven national and international patents. His commitment to the professional development is exemplified by his senior membership in the IEEE and the memberships in other esteemed professional bodies such as ACM and CSI. With his wealth of the knowledge, extensive research background, and dedication to the academic excellence, Dr. Qureshi is an invaluable asset to the field of the computer engineering. His contributions and leadership continues to the shape academic landscape and inspire the next generation of the scholars and practitioners. Second esteemed academician that we have today with us is Dr. Sudeshna Chakrabarti. Dr. Sudeshna Chakrabarti is a highly accomplished professional and she has 18 years of the academic experience. She is currently the research group head of the data analytics, web and mobile development, and a professor at the School of the Computing Science and Engineering at the Galgottian University, Greater Noida, India. With a PhD in the computer science and engineering, her expertise lies in the neural networks and semantic web engineering. Dr. Chakrabarti has received numerous awards, including the Distinguished Professor and Research Excellence Award. She has an impressive publication record of about 50 papers in Scopus and SCI indexed journals and international conferences, and she has filed 8 patents in the field of robotics, solar energy, and sensors. Dr. Chakrabarti's contribution extended beyond academia, and she has chaired conferences, served as keynote speaker, and facilitated industrial collaborations. Her dedication, research excellence, and commitment to the academia have earned her a prominent position in the field of the computer science and engineering. Now, with these remarks, uh, we are fortunate to have such distinguished individuals that are guiding us through this session, and I'm confident that their expertise will enrich our discussion and inspire us. So, now over to you, Dr. Qureshi. You can start this session, sir.
First of all, thank you, Dr. Ram Naresh ji, for such a beautiful explanation of me. Okay, I am thankful to you. So we can directly move to our sessions. All the best to all the attendees over here. Best of luck.
Okay, so do we have the authors of the paper number 26? Then, do we have authors of the paper number 30, paper number 43, paper number 78, paper number 132? Yes. Any authors from the paper ID number 132?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Uh,
so you can share your presentation and
yes,
start.
sir. Right, right.
So your paper ID is 132, right?
78, sir.
Okay, 78. Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so start your presentation. Are you able to share the slides?
No, sir. Because you are sharing the screen, sir.
Okay, so do one thing, sir. Send me your slides to me. Oh, send your slides and I
I,
will
I,
start your.
I stopped your shares, right? Now you can share it.
Okay, you are not able to share, right?
Yes, sir.
So now he is able to share. So now you can try.
Okay, okay. Now please try to share. Okay. Please go in the full screen mode.
Dr. Ram, what
Yes.
is the what is the maximum time allotted to each teeth?
Maximum time is, sir, 5 to 8 minutes.
Okay, so should be
Yes.
fine.
Uh, Mr. Raghav, you please go in the full screen mode and start your presentation.
Sir, is it visible to you or not?
Yes, your slides are visible to us.
Okay. So can I start, sir?
Yes,
Mr. Raghav,
please.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Raghav, what is the topic of your
Ji,
paper?
sir. Heart disease diagnosis using machine learning approach.
But as per our
Um,
record, Mr. Dr. Ramesh, it is implementation
yes,
of different machine learning approaches for heart disease diagnosis.
yes. So, sir, Mr. Raghav, we have this
Ji,
title of your paper with us is Implementation of the Different Machine Learning Approaches for the Heart Disease Diagnosis.
ji, sir.
So,
Sir, I have changed it because of some plagiarism issues.
okay. So, we can start with this and then uh, Dr.
Yes, please.
Sohail,
Yeah,
what is
please,
your
please.
opinion,
Yeah.
sir? Okay,
Okay, we can go.
yes. Please start your presentation.
Uh, good, good afternoon, all. So, uh, my topic for this conference is heart disease diagnosis using machine learning approach. So,
Excuse
there
me,
is
Mr. Raghav, can you go in the full screen mode, please?
uh, wait a second, sir.
Yeah, F5, or you have in the bottom right hand corner, you will find around 75% you have a symbol.
Sir, how to share full screen, sir? Please.
Uh, look at the bottom right corner of your slides. You can see the 75%, right?
Press F5.
Or either press F5.
Okay, but sir, F5 is not working, sir.
It's not working
Any
because
other
your
way?
hello, your office version is very low. It's a 2007. You have to the go to the full screen mode. Just stop sharing and then just share your whole screen.
Stop share.
Stop share and then
Okay,
share
sir.
whole
Okay.
screen.
Is it visible now, sir?
It's visible now. Just put in a slideshow mode.
Okay.
Go to slideshow and then,
Ji, sir.
or are you using a desktop version?
Yes, sir.
So sir,
Raghav,
just
you
go.
just
Sir, just go to this way. That's fine, sir.
Raghav, just go to the tab at the top. You have home, insert, design, animation, and slideshow.
Ji, sir.
Okay, click on slideshow
Right, sir.
from beginning. From beginning, first tab.
On the
This
left
one,
hand
sir.
side, on the left hand side, go on the left hand side, go left, more. First,
Leftmost.
first tab, first tab.
From
Yes,
beginning.
this one.
Okay.
Yes, yes, please start.
So, good afternoon, all. I'm Raghav. So, the topic of this conference is heart disease diagnosis using machine learning approach. So, abstract is one of the deadliest disease in the world. Cardiovascular disease cannot be seen with bare eye and strikes swiftly when its limits are reached. Therefore, it requires a precise diagnosis at a precise moment to effectively extract information from archives and apply this knowledge for more precise diagnosis and decision making. A variety of data mining and machine learning approaches and technologies are available. As research on systems for predicting cardiac disease grows, it is important to review the findings, which is still entirely inclusive. Our primary goals are to summarize existing research on prediction of heart disease as well as to draw analytical conclusions. Additionally, this research implements a proposed system consisting of data collection, pre-processing, feature selection, model training, model evaluation. The study compares different machine learning methods for predicting heart disease. An analytical review of existing research on the prediction of heart disease is given in the article and drawing insightful conclusion for the future study. So, introduction. Heart disease is a major cause of death worldwide. About 31% of global death occurs due to this disease. Heart disease should be diagnosed at an early stage, otherwise, it can lead to life threatening conditions. Heart disease can be diagnosed using invasive and non invasive methods. Electrocardiogram and electrocardiography are some of the non invasive methods. Non-invasive methods to diagnose the disease are less expensive and without any side effects. But these methods are not completely accurate, so invasive methods are usually prescribed by doctors. Machine learning is an emerging field in computer science as it has given a new dimension to the concept of learning. By learning from past data, it emulates human intelligence in the system. Due to its self-adaptive capability and mathematical bias, machine learning has huge applications in healthcare sector, sentiment analysis, natural language processing, information retrieval, market analysis, text recognition, and computer vision. Healthcare sector can also improve with the use of machine learning. So these are the types of machine learning: supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, and reinforcement machine learning. So we are using supervised machine learning in this. Uh, so we'll use for different data sets, as I have taken data set from Kaggle, online source Kaggle. So objective of this research is to study different machine learning algorithms for different for heart disease detection. Machine learning a model for heart disease detection using supervised machine learning algorithm to perform the comparative analysis of the design machine learning model in terms of accuracy. So this is methodology research process. First, we'll collect the data. Dataset is the information of tool essential to do any kind of research using machine learning. So we have taken the dataset from Kaggle, the online source Kaggle, and after that, data pre-processing, segregation of target data and feature data as training and testing data. So we will train and test the data, and then we will apply different machine learning algorithms, and then applying algorithm comparing different supervised machine learning algorithm such as SBM, support vector machine learning, decision tree, random forest classifier, k nearest neighbor to get the best accuracy to which highest parameter may cause disease. So here are the tools to be used, as I have used Google Collaboratory for this. So Anaconda we can use Python language, Google Collaboratory, and Google API, Jupyter Notebook also. So these are the tools for we can use for this. So this is our proposed system. So we have to take patient detail, which we take from the data set, as I have taken it from Kaggle, and then it will go to attribute section in which we will train and test the data, and after that we will pre-process the data, and after this we'll apply different machine learning techniques. So as I have applied k nearest neighbor, LRDT, and SVM, and uh, after that it sorry sir after that it will predict the disease, and accuracy measure will do accuracy measure. So this is our proposed system. Designing a machine learning system to predict heart disease involves several steps. Here are proposed system. So first one is data collection. collect data related to heart disease from reliable sources such as medical research papers, electronic health records, and other relevant sources. As I have taken a data set from Kaggle, uh, data pre-processing, pre-process the collected data to remove any inconsistencies or missing values and normalize the data. Then after this, we'll select the feature selection. Choose the most relevant features from the pre-processed data using feature selection techniques such as correlation analysis, principal component analysis, PCA, or mutual information, and model selection. Select any appropriate machine learning model that can predict heart disease. Some particular models include k-nearest neighbor, as we have used logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, and support vector we have used. So this is our data set. Uh, so our data set consists of 303 rows and 14 columns. So here are the features of data set. uh, Age of the patient, sex, one refers to male, zero for female. CP is chest pain, and one refers to typical angina, two refers to atypical regina, and three refers to a, a non-aginal pain. And fourth one is asymptomatic pain, and then stress, BPS, resting blood pressures, and all other features, cholesterol, FBS, Restic, Thalak, and these are all the tests which we have used in this paper. So a use of different machine learning approaches. So here is k-nearest neighbor. K-nearest neighbor is a simple but powerful classification algorithm in machine learning. This is used for both classification and regression tasks. The algorithm works by classifying new data points based on the classification of their closest neighbors in the training set. KNN algorithm at the training phase just store the data set, and when it gets new data, then it classifies the data into a category that is much similar to the new data. Like this is before KNN. We have new data point as it is shown here, and after applying KNN algorithm, it will classify whether it will go to this category or this category. As it is shown, it will go to category A, category 1, like it is similar to this. So this is what we have used. We'll load the data set and we'll load the data set into memory and split into training and testing sets. Then we'll choose the value of k. K is the number of nearest neighbor to consider when classifying a new data point. Choose a suitable value for k based on the nature of the data set. Then we will calculate the distance between the new data point and all the data points in the training set.
Raghav, kindly
Ji, sir.
shorten your presentation.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So this is random forest. As the name suggests, random forest is classified that contain a number of decision tree on various subset of the given dataset. Uh, so should I explain this or not?
No, no need of explanation.
Okay,
Just
sir.
go to your
Okay,
work and results.
okay, sir. So these are this is SVM and this is decision tree I have used, and these are some literature reviews. So this is the result. The result for random forest classifier is 84%, sir, with 500 estimator. 100 and 500 estimator, it is 84%.
Kindly explain this result, please.
Ji sir.
What are the different
Sir,
bars?
ji sir.
What does these 5 bars represent?
Sir, we have used a random forest classifier, and as we have taken the data set, the values of the data set, so this is the outcome of 100 and 400, 500 estimator is 84%.
what does this red bar represent?
This red word, this is the 1000 estimator.
Okay.
The
And
details of the detail of patients.
okay. So what does
Ji,
this estimator means in this particular
sir,
scenario?
ji sir,
What does this estimator means in this particular scenario?
sir, like in this data set, they have 13,000 some 13,400 records of the patients. So these are the records. Like this is 1,000. For 1,000, its value is 83, and for near between 200 to 500, its value is 85%, 84%.
Okay, move ahead.
The score for decision tree classifier is 79% with 2, 4, and 18 maximum features, sir. Like this is a second, and this is 2 and 4 and 18. The average value of this is 79%. Like 79% for this with 2, 4, and 18 features.
Okay,
And
next.
these are the features, and this is the score graph. Um, this is support vector classifier, and it is 85% accurate with linear kernel. Linear kernel is 84%,
84 or
and this
83?
is G sir 83, sorry, 83%.
Okay.
Linear
Ne-
kernel, and this is RBF and sigmoid. From this plot, it is clear that the score for K nearest classifier is 74.05% with 8 neighbors. Like we have the number of neighbors here.
Okay,
One,
next.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Sir, these are the algorithms I have applied.
Okay. So first of all, tell me, did you use any noise reduction technique?
Ji sir,
Did you use any noise reduction technique?
noise reduction, no sir.
Why?
Mm, sir, I have applied algorithms like K nearest neighbor and support vectors machine learning algorithms.
Okay. So what were you doing in pre-processing stage?
So, sir, I have
Just
prepared the data
move
set
to your
and
workflow model.
uh, report as shown in report, sir.
Yeah, in the report workflow model, you have shown a slide showing the workflow model.
Wait a second. So this is proposed system.
Yeah, in this pre-processing of data, what you are doing in this? The
Sir, I was preparing for these techniques. Like I have studied KNN and decision trees, support vector machine, and all these parameters.
what about this pre-processing of data?
Like before processing the data, like the listen, sir, we are studying. I was studying Python.
Okay. Any question
Like
from the audience? Any question from the audience?
No questions, sir. I think no questions, sir, from the audience.
Okay. So thank you,
Okay.
Raghav. I
Thank you,
think
sir.
we can call next.
So next is we have paper ID 132. So
Excuse
do
me,
we
sir. This is Shilpa. I requested
yes,
that
ma'am.
I'll give the presentation first. I have some meeting actually to attend. So there is any feasibility, shall I give presentation now? I requested
Uh,
Ram sir also.
so so we can do that, sir. Sohail, sir.
Yeah, yeah, please. You can
Okay.
decide. Ram,
Okay, so ma'am, you can give the authors of paper ID 132. Ma'am has requested that she want to give first. So if you can accommodate that. I think we have Dr. Priyanka, Renu Misra, right? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Please unshare your slides and Silpa ma'am.
Dr. Ram, we can
Yes, sir.
call. Okay, now it is fine. Okay, yeah, we can
Yes.
continue.
Yes. Silpa ma'am, please share your slides and start your presentation. And what's your paper ID, ma'am?
334, sir.
344.
334.
334. Yes, we have 334. Yes, you can start, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Screen is visible, sir.
Yes, ma'am, visible. Go to the full screen presentation mode, sorry. Yeah, please start.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, respected panel members. This is Shilpa Chaudhary, and today I'm here for the presentation on my review paper. My paper title is Cutting Edge Development in Deep Learning Applications for Breast Cancer Detection, a comprehensive overview. These are the outlines which I'm going to discuss in today's presentation. So first of all, I want to tell what exactly the breast cancer is and why we are talking about this today. As we know that India and the other countries are facing the problem of cancer because of hereditary, because of our lifestyle, and there are many other reasons. And the breast cancer is one of the leading cause of death among women worldwide. And whatever diagnostic and treatment techniques are available in the market, they fails to detect the cancer at the right time, at the right stage, because our technology are not developed so much. Medical field still need to grow in this field, and the cancer is a tumor which will spread, or we can say it will, the cancer cell multiply every minute, so it will spread it can spread in the whole body. So it is required that the diagnosis should be done in the early stage so that a patient can get the proper treatment and he can survive, as well as his health will not deteriorate. So this is the major problem which we are facing in India as well as in the worldwide. What exactly the breast cancer is? It is a complex disease, and it can be categorized in the different factors. Like there can be different reason of breast cancer. It can spread in the cells or the tissue of a person, and there can be reason there it can be a genetic reason, because of that also breast cancer can the person can have. And now the people, or we can say the doctor, will be confused that what type of cancer it is, because every cancer is having a different treatment. So when we are talking about breast cancer, there will be a cancer, breast cancer, that it can be categorized in a different way. Like it can be a ductal carcinoma in situ, where the cancer cells will be abnormal, and it's spread in the breast, and it is considered as an early stage of the cancer, and it has not spread till now in the tissues of the other tissues of the body. The other types of breast cancer is invasive ductal carcinoma. This is the most common type of cancer which most of the women are having, where cancer cell that originally formed in the milk ducts invade nearby tissues, the breast. The next one is invasive labral carcinoma. This is a second most common type of cancer which one can say, and it will form in the milk glands. So most of the reason of the cancer is will be having a calcium deposit in the breast, and that if that calcium deposit will be there in the breast for a long time, so there is a possibility that calcium deposit can form a cancerous tumor, and it will spread into the various part of the body also. And as per the statistics, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with the breast cancer in their lifetime, and it is very common cancer in women generally. And if the diagnosis has been done in an early stage, so it's not like that we cannot cure this cancer. This cancer is a curable, just the detection should be done in an early stage. And there are different screening methods are available like mammography, ultrasound, MRI, and biopsy. Uh, what exactly I spoke like about the ductal carcinoma, that what are the different types of carcinoma cancer. So what is ductal carcinoma is? Ductal carcinoma is a type of breast cancer that start from the milk ducts and is the common cancer. The most common symptom of this cancer is you will feel a lump or a mass in the breast. Other symptoms, there will be a possibility that there will be a change in the shape or size change in the breast, or there will be discharge from the nipple, or there will be color discoloration in the skin also. The risk factor is like it depends on, again depends on the gender, it depends on the your family history or your other medical history and your exposure to the estrogen hormones. So it depends on, again, person to person, that what type of risk factor involved in this. There are different stages of cancer, and according to the stage of cancer, a person should get the treatment. So, if your tumor is less than or equal to 20 so you'll be in stage 1. If tumor is in less than 20 but your nodal micrometer size is greater than zero point 0.2 and less than 2.0 so it fall under stage 1B. So like this, you can say there will be different stages through different uh, size of tumor, and according to the node information, we can find out that what is the exact stage of the cancer. So that these are the different stages. What are the different scan systems are available in the medical field if I want to detect the breast cancer? There is a possibility we can go with the angiography, we can use CT scan, we can use fluoroscopy, we can use MRI images, mammography is also possible. We can go with molecular imaging, radiography system, ultrasound, and thermal imaging also. So these are the scan systems which are available in the market. Now I come to the literature survey. To start my literature survey, I have I reviewed the paper from the different journals. I targeted MDPI, IEEE Explore, Science Direct, Springer, Hindawi, and Taylor and Francis. So I downloaded around 200 research papers on the same topic, which is breast cancer detection and analysis. And according to their abstract and their conclusion, I cut it down with the 50 research articles, and then I chosen the methodology what they have used. So my focus was more on the deep learning. So I've chosen the research articles which talks about more about deep learning and all. So from there, I have chosen 100 research paper, and then specifically I worked on the prediction part of the breast cancer, not in the analysis part of the breast cancer. So I've chosen around 40 research paper on this. So this is the how I done the literature survey, because I worked on the review paper for the same. These are the different papers which I considered for my work. So there are different authors who have worked on different techniques, like different machine deep learning techniques. Like if we talk about the first author, he used the KNN, ANN, and SVM and RBFNN. He used the comparative analysis, and finally he concluded that KNN is working fine in this case with the accuracy of 95.53 and sensitivity of 95.63. In the same way, the other author have used the SVM and random forest, and with the accuracy of 95%, and he considered the other parameters like AUC curves and sensitivity, specificity, which is important for any medical images. Some author have worked on 3D CNN also, because if you're talking about a 3D images, so 3D CNN is performing well. So author 4 have used 3D CNN. So in this way, different author have worked on different algorithms, and they have chosen the data set. Most of the data sets are available online. The most of the data set, most of the author have used the data set, which is breast cancer database for Coimbra, which is UCI short form. They have used this data set. Some author have used their own data sets also. So accordingly, they worked on the same. So these are the different research paper which I considered for my review process. Uh, so this is the literature survey which I have done. Now through this literature survey, I want to conclude that what exactly the problem is and where exactly we need to focus to overcome from this problem. So generally, if you're talking about the breast cancer, the reason of the breast cancer can be your family history, it can be age, it can be hormonal changes, or and nowadays our lifestyle is very bad, we can say. So that can be also one reason. Maybe you have a obesity problem, or maybe your food habits are not proper, or there is a more exposure to the sunlight, that can be also one reason of the breast cancer. And when we are talking about the prevention from the breast cancer, though there is a possibility that machine learning and deep learning algorithm can work better in the field of breast cancer detection and prevention. And when we are talking about deep learning algorithm, mammograph, most of the people have used mammographs. They use ultrasound images and MRI images to check the minute details about the breast cancer, because if the size of the cancer is different, so the people has to give the different type of treatment to that person. So we cannot give the same treatment to same everybody. So the size of the tumor matters a lot, and if our deep learning algorithm are able to find what is the exact size of the tumor, so we can give a better treatment to the person. And if we are talking about deep learning algorithm are using IHC method, which is immunohistochemistry method. If we use this particular method in a proper way, there is a possibility that we can get a better accuracy, because in this method we are using the concept of biomarkers. Every human being is having a different biomarkers, like HR value, PR value, HER value, HER2 values. If a person is having a more HER2 values, there is a possibility that he is more exposed to the cancer. So if our research will divert in the field of considering the biomarkers, so maybe we will get a better result in this case. Thank you so much. If you have any query, you can ask.
So, Miss Shilpa.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have just studied different papers.
Yes, sir.
Anything?
It's a survey paper.
Okay. No relevant or extra naive conclusion is there. No naive information you have extracted from the papers.
Yes, sir. I extracted I started work after this survey. I started working on biomarkers because there was less research. If you have seen the literature survey, there were less people who worked on the biomarkers. Most of the people have worked on mammograph images, ultrasounds, or CT images. If we'll work on the biomarkers, there is a possibility that we can get a better accuracy. So I concluded this, and I started working on this for my results.
Okay. Any question from audience? Dr. Ram?
Okay, I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a very simple question. How do we handle the issues of the imbalanced data sets in training the deep learning models like for this breast cancer detection?
Yes, sir. So whenever we are talking about imbalanced data set, there is a possibility you will not get the proper result. So you can go with the augmentation. You can augment your data. So there are different techniques are available which we can use, and we can increase the size of the data set. So if you have one class data, more data of one class, so you can augment the
Mhm.
data which belongs to the other class.
Okay, so we have Dr. Sudeshna Chakrabarti with us also. So, ma'am, do you have any question?
Yes, hello Shilpa.
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
She's Sudeshna, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yes, I'd like to ask Shilpa regarding the quantity of data set you are planning to use and what are the primary and secondary data. You have any research plan on it, the base papers that you are referring, because there are a lot many rigorous comparative analysis what I have seen through your literature survey. But
Yes, ma'am.
the goal research is yeah, exactly.
Yes, ma'am. I'm planning my total focus will be on IHC biomarkers only. So I found some relevant data on that, where they are talking about the different biomarkers, and they have mentioned the proteins values that a person can have. So accordingly, they have given the label on the data also. That what a person is having cancer or not. If your protein value is this, HR value is this, PR value is this, so a person can have cancer or not, breast cancer, and what can be the stage of that cancer. So I'm planning to work on that only. And data set is available, but not many sources are available on data sets. One or two data sets are available on the same.
breast cancer being very popular title, you should have some relevant specific technicalities on which you can work upon, because there are lot many survey already been done on it.
Yes, ma'am. People have not worked on thermal imaging and IHC marker. Other things.
What is required for the, so you have to put your research rigorously on it. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for your suggestion.
Okay, so who is the next? Do we have paper ID 132? They
May I
were
leave, sir?
ready to present. Yes, okay,
Thank
you can
Thank
leave.
you, sir.
Okay, so paper ID 132, please share your screen. Yes, please start your presentation. Ah, okay. We are not able to hear you. Please unmute yourself first. Yes, please share your slides again.
The voice is not audible actually, I think.
Yes, that's slides are visible, but voice is not coming.
Mhm.
Please unmute yourself.
Yes, I think the participant has muted.
Yeah, now she's, I think, unmuted, but voice still not coming.
Shall we go to another participant? Because without voice, it is difficult to evaluate and see.
Yes, ma'am. After
Can
that,
you start,
we
sir? 208.
208. Okay, wait a minute. After
But that means it's on the end. That time, how were we talking?
after that, we have paper ID 334. Do we have authors of 334 here? Uh, okay, 334 has done, already done. Okay, 208, please start.
Yes, sir. My screen is
So
visible,
we
sir.
wait. Yes, your slides are
I'm
visible.
audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Yes, you are audible also. You can please start your presentation.
Yeah, I'll start with that. I would like to thank organizer and to the session chairs of this good evening. And my topic is CNN-based analysis of ultrasound images for ECOS diagnosis. While I'm choosing this, it's very crucial that 18% of the Indian women are affected, but there is no lack of awareness of that PCOS diagnosis. So that's what our laboratory, along with the students, we will work out some, get the database to work out for this analysis. It's keep on going on. One small study hours I have to present in this front of the movement. These are the contents which is available. Then it's a major that ovulatory infertility. It's a worldwide process. Our Indian 18% women are affected. So it is for that some that's a major strategy of that literary problem and the illness of matured and that irregular periods also for that woman is facing a very common problem. But it's initially diagnosing is very easy to diagnose. Otherwise, it is come under finally go for this that literary cancer at all. So we want to in this regard we have analyzed for that some already machine learning process. Already so many authors are analyzed, but we have to find something about one predefined model using mobile net. While we are choosing the mobile net, we go for some depth wise and point wise things which is to train the model to find accurate that ultrasound image for the some categories of parameters like size and location and everything. It is a common problem for it is a high level androgens in women in the world. That is a group of genetic and environmental features. That's what I can choose this topic. This is, and already I told that gynecological problems is a normal. It's a chronic level. For instance, it is one of the frequently observed reproductive and hormonal disorders. So it's normal numerous menstruation issues, hysterectomy, endocrine issues, actinic obesity, infertility, and diabetes with insulin. Usually, that infertility is a big trouble for the child process. So that's what this is very important. Finding the disease initially diagnosed. Nowadays, it's very easy process for using a CNN model. So many models are there. They are easy to find immediately, quickly to analyze to prevent this disease as possible. Based on that, that existing model also is available that we can find something about some accuracy strategies followed. Some that we are using the CNN model for especially mobility net all around world currently is develop efficient patient diagnosis method. So you can use that mobile net model that fundamental class conventional errors. Additionally, state qualified reduce undeveloped countries when correctly diagnosed or in ultrasound. Now it's big challenge. It's correctly diagnosed is very important. Otherwise, because it is not only simple problem, it is a group of disease completely has come around the fertility of the human bodies that like that. So that's what we need to accurately predict in the scanning ultrasound. So this is the existing. We are also using the CNN model, and only that so many things are there. I can find some other 14 research is already done. I can find something about a limited what's going on in the that reference and what's is the finding, how it is going to be detected. In that cases, we are working, and I can use that same that model. Something the convolution model is a mobile net is finding that what is the simple cyst and PCOS. Simple cyst means any cyst is there in the uterine, then any that percentage level is increased to find out exactly what is PCOS. Because it is not a single, it is a group of disease, it is a group of symptoms it's related. In case any up to 6 months that irregular periods is a starting process, anything is happened, we have to that find it. Diagnosis clinical model is very important. So we recommend that this CNN is one of the best model for to finding the disease this steady input. And this is the starting process for ultrasonic to pre-processing to clean the data set validation. And only I have taken the Gaggle for 1924 photos from the Gaggle to find out that these are discovered something. This is a non-PCOS and PCOS and 780 photos with ovarian abnormalities. So to only see, you can fit into the ultrographic set and based on the parameters like size and location and something about perimeter aspect ratio. So we can abnormality is there in the equity, we can find that PCOS possibility is there. Then already told that mobile net depth is separable because it is a very easy process using mobile connectivity also. Very short and quickly finding the process of depth-wise and point-wise convolution that I can choose the mobile net. So this result discussion for the first is with without PCOS and with PCOS. This entire study is Python notebook simply. We are using the mobile net, the 13 approach using artists to train deep learning model using ultra data centers. This research analysis using the model is not a complete result, it's going on progress. Simply this 9,009 photos feed and 708 photos and segregate these 30 approaches for finding that some images feed into the system, then finding that what is the model accuracy according to the approach and what are all the laws it's reflecting for the index figures. So this finding research mobile nets a type of this data set include ultrasound image, some of them without this that we are to try. So only the cyst initially you find it's easy to diagnose. It's very challenging big task in that now the medical industry. So the most of the women are suffered, but they doesn't know they are aware of that initially. So any one of the symptoms is there immediately they go through that. So these are the things to study finding this and is the entire progress is still is going on for that. These are the important reference for that. I hope you are understanding. Thank you, madam, and thank you, sir.
Okay, any questions, sir? Sudeshna ma'am and Sohail sir?
Suresh Kumar, as far as the research paper you are planning for more rigorous nobility, because it is not worth what your presentation all about, right? You have to
Yes,
work
yes.
upon it because the data sets and the algorithm that you are planning are vague here. So you
Okay,
have to
okay,
work upon these.
okay.
So you have to make a
Exactly.
research
Yeah.
plan with a guide that I can
Yes, yes.
suggest.
Yeah, thank you.
For
Yes, ma'am.
consensus purpose, it is okay.
Yeah.
But for the
I
purpose of writing a good implemented paper, the work is not sufficient. I think you understand what I want to meant here.
Yes, sir,
And
very much
between the lines, the things are not clear. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Suresh Kumarji, I do agree with Sudeshna ma'am.
Okay.
Same observation from my side.
Okay, sir. Okay. I will add the incorporation, whatever you telling. In the future, we will do according.
Sure.
Thank you
Okay,
very much,
thank you
sir.
very much, sir, for
Thank
your
you.
presentation. Do
Thank
we
you.
have authors of 132 again? Please share your presentation and try to present again.
Shall I leave, sir?
Yeah, you can leave.
1 second,
Uh,
thank you all for.
yes, please fill the
Thank
feedback
you.
form also, sorry, sir. Yes, authors of the paper ID 132, please try to join again and please try to present.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, now you are audible.
Okay. So my paper title is Dictation of Faults in Power Transformer using Fuzzy Logic.
Can you please go? Yes, now please start your presentation with the permission of the Sohail and Sudeshna ma'am.
Okay. My paper title is Dictation of Faults in Power Transformer using Fuzzy Logic approach. My name is Babagana Ali Dapshima. So my presentation goes as follows. First, I'll start with the abstracts, followed by the introduction, the existing system, the literature review, proposed architecture, results and discussion, conclusion, future enhancements, and references. So the abstract, the need for a constant electricity supply is at an alarming rate, especially in the 21st century due to high rate of increase in industrialization across the globe. Conventional protection schemes such as differential relay, Google's relay, overfluxing, and other techniques such as genetic algorithm and artificial neural network do not match the precision and reliability needed for detection and analysis of faults in power transformer. Due to the complexity in computation, tedious training system, time consumption, need of human expert. The method proposed in this research is the use of fuzzy inference system in detecting potential faults in power system transformer, which were observed and analyzed using a simulation system of fuzzy logic toolbox in MATLAB Simulink software. So I'm starting with the introduction. So in an introduction, I'm just going to talk briefly. I'm trying to talk on what electricity is. Electricity is fundamental energy resulting from change particle moving with conductors. And electricity is of significance important because putting into consideration in the 21st century, electricity has no longer become a right, but it has no longer become a privilege, but a right, because in almost all human endeavor, we can't do without electricity. And the picture below shows the process of how electricity is being produced from the generation to the transmission, to the distribution, to the end user. The second part I'm going to introduce is power system transformer. The power system transformer is an electrical machine that converts an alternating current AC from one electrical circuit at constant frequency to another. It plays a crucial role in efficient generation, transmission, distribution, and utilization of electrical energy within the power system. It can be a single phase or a three-phase. It is used for stepping up or stepping down of high rate voltage. Typically, it can step up from 11 kilovolts to around 800 kilovolts for transmission and step down again from 800 kilovolts to 240 kilovolt or 11 kV for aiding the distribution. And picture 2 show a typical example level diagram of a transformer. I'm going to talk on the transformer faults. Faults are abnormalities or issues that prevent transformer from working properly. And we have different types of faults as it can be shown in the diagram. We have high voltage source, overload faults, alt faults, to mention quite a few. Then we have the effect of faults. The effect of faults are power outage, and as a result of faults, the effect of faults are power outage, power outage, system instability, loss of revenue, equipment damage, and financial cost. Those are the problems with normally challenges that used to occur when we have a fault in transformer. I'm going to also give a brief introduction on what fuzzy logic is. It is a techniques in soft computing that deals with providing solution to uncertainty and imprecedent situation through modeling the event. And the benefit of fuzzy logic are it achieves higher accuracy in fault dictation, minimize false alarm rates, reduce unnecessary maintenance, and to mention but a few. And figure 4 shows a architectural diagram of fuzzy logic. We start from the fusifier, then to the rule base, to the intelligence system, and the fusifier. The next is the existing system. Ideally, the current system used in protection of faults in power transformer are dissolved gas analysis, temperature monitoring, frequency responses analysis, aquatic sensor, etc. are often employed to dictate abnormality condition in power transformer. This conventional system helps in operators and help operators and maintenance personnel identifying transformer fault, enabling protective maintenance and minimizing the risk of costly failure and power interruption. Thus, such protective relay has such coming, such as producing false alarm, inability to dictate early fault, being non-sensitive to external fault, inability to dictate internal fault due to ambiguous noise, etc. So this is the literature review. These are the literature review as a result of time factor. I'm just going to give a summary of the literature review. Based on the various literature review I have conducted, precisely 19 papers which I have conducted, all they are trying to say is there are various techniques that have been used in dictation of faults, ranging from the traditional method like the differential review, some of the soft computing methods like deep learning, genetic algorithm to mention, but all these techniques that are used have some potential, have some promising results, but yet they have some shortcomings as a result of some of them are they are difficult in terms of computational analysis. Some of them they require a lot of training before the machine can adapt and dictate fault. So as a result of this, putting into consideration all the paper review, I decided to choose fuzzy logic approach because it is simple and straightforward, and it is a type of techniques whereby even a layman can easily understand and read the outcome themselves. So the proposed architecture. The proposed architecture for the proposed paper is this. First, we have the input data, then the data processing, then the fusification, define fuzzy rule set, fuzzy inference, aggregation and diffusification, the threshold and decision, and then the treat and take action. So these are the various steps that I'm going to follow in coming out with the proposed methodology. Then the results and discussion. So based on the results, the membership, I'm going to use the membership function, and the membership function is a mathematical function that defines the degree to which an element belongs to a specific set. And the membership function I'm going to use here is for the fuzzy logic to indicate that whether the transformer, the current coming out of the transformer is low, I'm using a range value of -10, 5, and 0. And for normal, I'm using -5, 0, and 5. And for high current, I'm using 5, 10, and 10. So, and the unstable block concept here is this. The rule For the purpose of this story, I'm using a 7 rule, and that is the if-then rule. And in the if-then rule, the first rule stated that if the input current is negative and the rate of change of input current is also negative, then the output is below. Subsequently, if the input current is 0 and the rate of change of input current is negative, then the output is going to be low. All the 7 steps are calculated as this. So the fuzzy, then the result, and based on the based on the based on the if the rule stated, based on the Israel data, it comes to conclude that if the input value is 0 and the rate of input value for a single fuzzy set out is obtained by combining their absolute, subsequently such scenario is accepted. And also based on the diagram, it also shows that based on the simulation carried out for high voltage, if the rate of input value is if the input value is -5 and the rate of change of input value is -5 and the output is decreased output is 5, it indicates that the voltage, the current is high. Subsequently, for the low voltage also, if the input is 1.5 and the rate of change of input is -1.5 and the output is -5, it is indicating that the current output in the transformer is low. So in conclusion, faults in power transformers are issues of serious concern. The need to preserve an uninterrupted flow of electricity is of paramount importance due to its effect on social and economic development. With advance in technology and increased demand in power sector, more reliable and sophisticated dictation and protection devices are needed to shadow demands that may result due to various faults occurring in power transformer system. A fuzzy inference system which was used in dictating potential fault in power system transformers, the fuzzy inference method with a simple if-then rule is used to recognize the faults in the power system transformer. The proposed model requires local current and voltage measurement. Consequently, no telecommunication is required, resulting in low cost and as well as high precision. The paper concludes that when the strip output value of the specification is 6 to the power of -70, it indicates that the transformer is working under normal conditions. And when it is +5 and -5, it indicated that the current flow is high and low respectively. So feature enhancement. The suggested algorithm can be improving using type 2 and type 3 fuzzy systems, such as fault estimation for mode-dependent I2 fuzzy system would quantify output signals, optical deep learning control for modernized power system for power system transformers. And these are the references.
Mr. Babagana,
Yes.
first of all, your presentation was not up to the mark in terms of presentation. The formatting was too bad for a presentation to be called.
Yes, the
Okay.
problem I had was initially I designed everything in my laptop, but because of my laptop was not updatable, I have to borrow someone's laptop. So when I inserted the PPT there, it changed the whole format, and it is too late for me to say that I will reframe it. That is what happened, because initially in my laptop everything was okay, but when I transferred to the other laptop, so the PPT settings become very poor.
Okay, next to your work, why you have taken the rate of change of current, the current is +5 or -5. If we are increasing the rate by the change by a much higher value, what will be the outcome? How it will affect your system?
Yes, the reason why I'm taking the rate of -5 and plus because I'm using a triangular membership function. And the rate is not a standard value that I'm taking. No, is you are using fuzzy logic. It's based on the range of value, based on the membership value you decided to the particular voltage. Let's take, for instance, if the input value of your transformer is 330 kVA and you wanted to step down the voltage to 240. So in order to give, so it now depends on the historical data that you are going to take on that particular region and on that particular level, the capacity of the transformer. So by taking -10, -5, I mean, it doesn't signify that it is a constant value. No, it is subject to change depending on the type of transformer you are using and the type of environment or the load that the transformer is going to carry.
My question is, if I'm taking the rate of change by is plus 10 and minus 10, will it affect your result or your performance?
No, it won't affect because it is just depending on how you calibrate the range of 10 and minus 8 is depending on the number, depending on the range of voltage you are indicating 10 and minus 10. So it has no effect on the value, the results.
Okay. Any question from other person, audience
Any other
or
question
pressure?
from, I think,
So I got the same question and then got the answers to response. So the only thing is that, Babylon, you have to work upon your slides, and the content that you want to show that are not in the slide should give in some hyperlink so that we can reach exactly what you are saying regarding your result and all. They were not to the mark what you want to say and what they actually want to meant. Okay, there should be some
Okay, so
synchronization
maybe
on
I
your
can
slide
say,
as well as on your result.
okay, maybe you should support me a link. I can send the slide right away to you now because the slide is very okay in my laptop. The only thing is that the laptop I'm using is of lower version and the current laptop I'm now using has a higher version than mine. So that's why I have a slight difference on the
Oh, no,
slide.
it is regarding your slide presentation, I'm telling, not about the formatting. That
Okay,
the relevant result and determination, whatever you are saying, should have
yes.
relevant proof on your slide hyperlink so that we can reach where what you want to point and where you want to show. Say for some data set you want to show on your results, so that should be visible through the slide itself. So hyperlink and some relevant content information should be there included, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am, noted, ma'am. Thank you.
okay, so thank you very much for your presentation, Mr. Babgana. So next, do we have
Dr. Ram,
authors of, yes, sir?
Dr. Ram, before moving forward, a general
Mm,
instruction for all the upcoming
yes, sir.
participants. Kindly focus on your work, on your research work. Don't waste time in the introduction part or like that.
Yes, rightly said by Swell sir, that all the participants should focus on their work, on their nobility, on their part of research that they have done, not on the theoretical concepts. Right. Please note so that we can maintain the time balance as well.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much for your observation, ma'am and sir. So next is authors of paper ID 30. Are they present here? Please share your presentations. So I think paper ID 30, Jatin Thakur sir. Yes, you are audible. Please share your presentation. Yeah, it's visible. And as observed by Sohil sir and ma'am, please focus on your work, right?
So coming on to the introduction, uh, in the field of
Jatin,
market,
kindly
yes, sir.
kindly come to your work only. Okay.
Work on.
Yeah.
Yes. So here is the proposed architecture, like the data source that has been collected from the various sites, like the vehicle uh, and the data connector contains the Tableau data engine, SQL connector, and the MTX connector. These connect the components, component, and the subsequently components connect the customer and client subscriber. So the components of the architecture is the data server, visualization server, and the application server. So these can be subsequently connected to the web or the tablet desktop. So these are some of the results that has been provided, like in the office machine, uh, the Tableau use of Tableau in the different sectors. And here is the map representation of the use of the Tableau. So coming on to the result and discussion. So the information within representation can be dynamically stored in Tableau, facilitate discoveries of insights. User can see patterns, trends, and outliers in the supplied data efficiently by arranging data points in either ascending or descending order. Using formulate and function, this interface enables users to create custom calculated fields, providing dynamic data transformation and specialized insights which are clearly described and calculated field features in Tableau expand data views within visualization, enhancing the analytical depth. Market researchers can use Tableau's sophisticated data visualization feature in addition to the techniques mentioned above to learn about more qualitative data. Researchers can more persuasively and successfully present their findings to stakeholders by developing visually appealing and interactive dashboards. So the feature enhancement that can be done are the combination of NLP and the machine learning algorithm can provide the powerful feature application of Tableau in market research. Researcher will be able to automatically analyze the unstructured data, including the online reviews and social media posts can conclude that it can be put to use. So here are some of the references that has been used.
Jatin, I'm sorry, but not able to find what is your contribution in this. Can you please repeat where you have contributed?
So like we have generally described about the use of the Tableau in the data representation. Wait, sir.
Can you move one slide back?
Okay.
Yeah, what is this?
This is the use of the Tableau in the different areas of work.
So have you taken this images from web or you have performed something?
No, sir, we have performed the calculation.
You have performed the calculations. Okay. And where is the data set? Can we have a look at the data set?
So basically, sir, we have used the Tableau to analyze the different types of that how it works on the different types of data sets. So we haven't used a single data set because we have used multiple data sets to analyze its working on the that how much accuracy it can give and how precisely it can give.
Okay. So have you summarized in something in quantitative values or like that only?
No, sir. Basically, we haven't summarized it, but we just uh, experimental that how it works on different data sets and how because we compared this with the another models like using the same data sets and the more accurately and more prominent features that we have resulted is using the Tableau data visualization.
Okay. So that's time or
See,
Ramnesh sir.
yes, that's what I also observed. So, sir, that Tableau is only one of the tools through which you can work upon your data set. But regarding your conceptualization, how you have make the feature extraction on Tableau, and what are the parameters on which you have worked, you are planning to work, that is also not clear through this. You are focused more on your tool rather than your work, right? So your focus itself is not clear as far as the research is concerned. So please work upon it, and I will highly recommend your guide and respected supervisors to think upon these parameters.
Yes, ma'am. While
What happened at the time you reach by for your implementation will be difficult if you work only on the tools.
okay, ma'am.
You have to gather the data, get some parameters so that they can be extracted through the various tools. That W is just one of them out of it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
We will work on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your deep observations, Professor Sohail and Sudeshna ma'am. So next, do we have authors of paper ID 248 and I think 251?
248. That is
Yeah,
248. So
yeah,
I'm going to share my
yeah,
screen.
yeah. So, sir, are you presenting paper 251 also?
Yes, sir. I will present 251.
Okay, yeah. Yes, please share your screen.
So I think my screen is shared.
Yeah, your screen is visible. Please go in full screen mode and start
Yes,
presentation.
I did it. So that my name is Jagendra Singh. The title of my presentation paper is a hybrid as cloud computing approach for energy efficient surveillance using deep
And sorry
reinforcement
to
learning.
disturb you, sir. As suggested by our session chairs, please keep your presentation short and
Sure,
focus
sir.
on your work only.
I will just try to focus on my work. So as this is the content, abstract introduction, existing survey, literature survey, proposed architecture, result discussion, and the conclusion. So I will give some overview about the abstract part actually we did in this paper. So this paper explored the novel application of deep reinforcement learning in designing a more efficient, scalable, distributed surveillance architecture, which address concerns such as data storage limitations, latency, even event detection accuracy, and the significant energy consumption in the cloud dataset. So basically, if we store our data in the local server, so there is a possibility that loss of the data and tampering of the data. So what basically we are trying to doing in this paper, in this research work, so we just trying to focus like storing the data on the cloud and just accessing that data from the cloud in place of storing the local data. So we just try to like as computing and the cloud computing technique we just try to like use in this, and we use har cascade model in which we just after getting this data how to identify faces and all that thing with the help of har cascade. So it is the overall idea of this work. So now I will just the implementation machine learning models to identify optical policies based on the system interactions. Proposed solution is tested over an existing period, resulting in the system capable of reducing latencies, enhancing event detection accuracies, and minimizing energy consumption. So these three are our objective. Also on the like we try to reduce the latency, event detections, and try to minimize the energy consumptions using edge computing, cloud computing, and the uh, deep learning. So I will skip this introduction. So I will give overview of this. Cloud computing, we also know, is the way how to store the data and how to access the data with less energy consumptions and less resources. So I will deep reinforcement learning. So basically, reinforcement learning we also know is like self-based learning in which we give some reward and some negative points. So if that is going in the right direction and that is going the like negative direction, so we will give some negative points. So it's the self-based learning. So where the agent learn automatically from its actions. So this kind of things we also try to like incorporate in our work. So edge computing is a concept where becoming increasing important the network architecture because it reduces the latency by bringing processing closer to where the data is created. So the term edge computing, we also know about it. So another study, so it is all about the introduction and how the other researchers work on this cloud, this like edge computing. So I will, as you told, I will skip it. So I will try to skip this background work also. So now I will work on my, I will focus on my work. So our proposed surveillance system architecture significantly improve on previous studies in terms of latency, accuracy in event detections, by processing video at a as before sending it to the cloud. So it is the overall structure. The proposed technology enhance event detection, precision, and the system responsiveness. So three primary steps for designing are the pre-processing stage that we call PPS, and the pre-processing stage that we call PS, and the edge stage CS. So PPS and PS, which are both located at the network edge, perform face detection and identification. So the cloud, on the other hand, is used as a last line of defense against unrecognizable human faces and the repository for the outcome by CS. So in the pre-processing stage, we basically try to first point out the context of the unprocessed surveillance footage. So PPS is a network as device that use the cluster of structures on the chip component to process video at the first. So it is the overall architecture that to be implemented. So here we can see we use 3 cameras. So in the 3 cameras, we use Raspberry Pi. So it is getting the images and the data from there, storing in the some servers. So load balancing kind of technique is also there. So after there, we are applying the deep learning techniques. So HAR cascade algorithm we are going to applying, where HAR is just trying to pre-process the data, and cascade is classifying the data. So according to our requirement. So this is the second step, that is pre-processing step. So following the initial pre-processing, the PS perform the critical work on the face recognition basically. So the we are focusing on the face recognition, so event detection kind of thing. So using modern deep learning techniques, the PS turn the identified face into 128 dimensional spaces, reducing the recognition problem to the computation of distance. So by doing this functions at the edge, we significantly minimize the usual latency associated with the cloud-based processing and limit the chance of network congestion. So PS, like the PPS, employ cluster of CSOS device to support system dependability and enable fault tolerance. So now after this PS is next hardware and the software what we use in this. For the pre-processing stage, 2 Raspberry Pi Zero devices were used, while the processing stage utilized 3 Raspberry Pi 3 model. And our experiment, we use IP cameras, resolution of 1280 and 960 pixels, and the on-fifth 3.0 support. This design does not limit the number of devices that we can use. On the node of PS also function at the load balancing using simple round robin approach. So Python 3 we use for the programming, and OpenCV 4.8 we also use for the face detection and the image manipulations. So HAR-like feature-based cascade classifier we also used for classifying the image and identification of the image after getting the feature from the image. So deep learning model trained on the face inbuilt LFW benchmark dataset that we have used, that is popular for the face recognition, the face detection. So experiment, if I talk about this is all about the setups and the results. So the system use installed in the living room. One of the authors allowed to run the of 3 months. During the period, the PPS collected thousands of faces. So these faces were categorized further for the testing, the accuracy, and classified testing and the training data. So the encoded training data was saved in pickle format on Amazon Sample Storage Service S3, and each node downloaded this file to get the latest version of the dataset. So this allowed for easy update of the dataset as new faces could be added without the need of the retaining the nodes. So it is all about the 421 photo results in 1.5 MB of the face database when uncompressed and compressed 82309 KB. So, however, due to this imperfections of the HAR cascade algorithm, some false positives were recorded, such as books in the library being mistakenly detected as face. So, to categorize the real faces into non-people's test of a system, we skip the false positive test cases, use Google Photos. Google Photos successfully tagged faces, and after this service was used, we exported the tagged peoples from the applications. So this step helped to improve the data set conditions and test recognition rates of the individuals. So we focus our analysis on 2 members of the household, Aisma and Harun. So if I talk about Google Photo revealed 1,563 faces sampled of Aisma and 1,291 of the Harun, for the total of 2,854 images, providing us with a rich data set to test the accuracy of our system as listed in table 2. So the remaining images include other individuals and false positive face detection. So if I talk about the accuracy, so with the pre-processed data, we were able to access the accuracy of system. So the face recognition model was able to accurately recognizing the individual Isma and Harun from the collected samples, verifying the effectiveness of proposed systems architecture. So in conclusion, through our experiment and implementation, we demonstrate that our proposed system can effectively reduce latency, increase the accuracy of event detections, and providing fault tolerance and scalability, they're conforming in potential for practical applications. So it is about our right face is architecture that I discussed in the figure 2. So it is more detailing about the experiments. So we exported this data to MySQL database for a comprehensive and detailed analysis of the performance of our proposed system architectures. So in total, PS processed 10,000 frames, detecting 4,500 faces, while the CS processed 7,000 frames and detecting 4,900 faces. So in terms of correction identification, PS successfully identify ISO 1400 frames and Harun 1200 frames. So if I talk about the conclusion, so as I discussed, edge computing, cloud computing, and the combination of the deep reinforcement learning that can be used to build a serverless system with the help of our study. So it has proved that the recommended approach efficiently reduce latency, improve event detection precision, reduce energy consumption in cloud data centers. So over the course of 3 months, the data where we have collected, the system was analyzed and implemented, and the result demonstrated how helpful the proposed design in practice. So system our effort have enabled us to perform further research and development in the field of distributed and efficient surveillance systems. So it is all about the conclusion. Thank you very much.
Jaginder Singh ji, your efforts are in the very right direction.
Okay.
I appreciate it, but you should also focus more on the, or you should increase the data set of this.
Understand, completely agree, sir. I completely agree, because we need to increase the data.
And we are looking forward for this work to be implemented in real life.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's part of very theoretical and conceptual. You need to work practically on it and show your relevant results on it.
Understand, ma'am.
It does not make any sense, right, for research.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for your comments. So are you presenting the second paper also?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am presenting.
Okay, so please share your slides.
It's my next title. Title is Utilizing Blockchain and Deep Learning for Decentralized Discovery of Deceptive Practice in the Healthcare Insurance. So
slides are not visible. Please share the slides first.
Yes, sir. I have shared the slide first. Can you see my slide, sir? Is it okay?
No, please. I think on my screen, the old slides are here.
Not yet.
Okay, wait, sir. I will stop sharing first.
Yes, now you can share again.
Yes, sir. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I have shared. Is that visible at your end?
Yeah, now it's visible.
So the title, Utilizing Blockchain and Deep Learning for Decentralized Discovery of Deceptive Practice in the Healthcare Insurance. So basically, the content, abstract, introduction, existing survey, literature survey, proposed architecture, result, and the conclusion. So if I talk about the abstract of this paper, so address the complex issue of detecting fraudulent practice in the healthcare insurance. This research employs sophisticated machine learning, especially the LSTM, that is a recurrent neural network model, to provide a complete framework for the reliable fraudulent detections. So that the study examine performance metrics such as accuracy, precision, recall, and the F1 scores by employing the evaluating LSTM models across 2 distinct data sets. So data set A, that is 1,98,810 samples, and data set B, that is 4,34,390 samples, illustrating the model capacity to detect fraudulence activity while minimizing the misclassifications. So the evaluation process as shown by confusion matrix displayed as percentage reveals the model strength and the point-wise area for the improvement. So this study makes an important contribution to the field of fraudulent detection by providing practical insight to strengthen the healthcare insurance against misleading practices. So basically what we did in this, so for example, there is a patient data, patient history, so and the patient insurance detail is also there in the database somewhere. So we just tried to apply the blockchain technology for making that data set more secure, and using the deep learning approaches for if someone is like try to access that data, and it will find the patterns in which patterns he is trying to access that data. If that pattern is matching with some kind of fraudulence, some kind of invalid patterns, so we just find that user is trying to access is invalid, and we stop their access from accessing that data. So it is overall summary that we basically used in it. So it is the introduction. So the introduction of the blockchain and the deep learning, how it is useful in the storing data and accessing data with more secure. So I will skip this introduction. Here I use recurrent neural network, the LSTM, that is one of the example for this, that is used for the sequential data. So this is the introduction. So methodology, if I talk about the major purpose of this research is to systematically find and expose misleading practices in field of healthcare insurance using breakthrough machine learning approaches. The first phase is meticulous assembling a comprehensive data set from a wide range of reliable medical repositories. So this classification approach is a foundation of research project, allowing for the discovery of suitable insight into the complex healthcare insurance practices. So this research obtained a historic viewpoint by combining three various data sets, allowing for a detailed investigation for the multiple characteristics of the misleading practices. So the use of sophisticated deep learning approach, LSTM, long short-term memory, that is sequential model, is central to research novel approaches. LSTM model known for its ability to recognize patterns. So it is all about this LSTM. So medical record management using blockchain. So this study aimed to improve the efficiency of anti-fraud investigation in the healthcare sector by leveraging the potential of blockchain technology and machine learning approaches. So the identification of primary complaint and use of international classification of the disease, so an essential piece of evidence in for the detection are central to this endeavor. So it is the overall architecture of our work that we basically created. So we user login and the IP and the credentials we will store in our storage, and deep learning model will try to find what kind of pattern, how many times it is accessing, and what kind of things it is doing, and from which IP, same IP, different IP, the country ID, some other country IP, this kind of thing it will detect. So decision generation model. So this decision generation model that is based on the machine learning will identify, do we need to give access of the data repository to this user or not. So after decision making modules, so we can give authorization to the collection of data, and after this there is a login process. If it is invalid or unauthorized, so it will be unauthorized, and for identification will be there, and it will send some user notification that there is someone is trying to access this data. So the present research will build a user-centric approach. Okay, I will skip this. So the system architecture represented in figure 2, I will show in the figure 2 also. Examples a complex and diverse strategy to reduce medical insurance fraud. So name LS. Okay. So we just training a large data set using the powerful capability of LSTM model, critical starting point for this. So login credentials are extensively scrutinized to confirm their correctness. The user originating IP address is cross-referenced with the large data set of unauthorized IP. So whatever unauthorized IP is there, we just, for example, initially I just try to access data unauthorizedly, so it will put my IP in one database. If again I will try this, so it will map this IP with the existing IP and will give some kind of signal, some kind of classification approach, we can say like this. Some pattern is there. because of this reason we use LSTM. Some sequence is there. Initially he used this time, and second he's using time this time. So this kind of sequence we are recording over here. And at the time of classification, either need to give the access or need to give the access. It will give 0 or 1 value. So if the user login attempt violate either security conditions, so the watchful LSTM model flag the attempt as a suspect act of fraudulence. So following that, system quickly implemented defensive protocol preventing access, preventing any potential harmful intent. So system protective continues post login to safeguard subsequent transactions. In addition to its function in login security, the LSTM model is smooth synchronizing with the electronic medical records after successful login. So these records contain vital information such as doctor information, patient information, and classification of disease kind of things also over here. So by this way, we can make more secure the data available in our system. So like electronic medical record system, this is, so doctor complaints, ICD kind of thing is there. So check correctiveness, medical anti-fraud system is there. So here we can see output from LSTM will come over whatever the system blockchain kind of system is there, because with the help of this blockchain, we can access like nearby storage of the data. And we can use blockchain technologies for accessing and making it more secure. So if I talk about the performance evaluation, so as I discussed you precision recall and the F1 measures, so series of performance assessment parameter, precision recall and the F1 measures have been used to complete assess its capability. So as I can see, it calculates the ratio of true positive to the sum of true positive and false positive, allowing an evaluation of the model capacity to reduce false positive and reduce needless inquiry and the actions. So if I talk about the result discussion, so each data received accuracy, precision recall. The LSTM model training accuracy for data set A is 0.94, including 95% of the training samples were correctly identified. And the testing accuracy of 91 demonstrated ability to generalize to the new unstructured data. So we can see that 94% like cases are correct for the sample data A, and for the sample data B, it is 91%. So it is the like matrix where accuracy, precision, this kind of things is also there, and validation set is also there. So training set, testing set, and the validation set, whatever the data we have like divided into three categories. So we can see accuracy 0.94%, precision 0.8, recall is this. So this is the like how the performance of our system is there. So this is again the result. I will skip it and we'll go to the main point. So the confusion matrix also describes the performance of the LSTM model in dataset B. It predicts 4,600 cases of the fraud, 1,300 of which were truly fraudulent TP, and the model correctly recognized 41,300 instead as a valid. So here we can find it in context of percentage also. So if I talk about the conclusion, so this research make a like contribution to solve the task on the identifying dishonest practice in the healthcare insurance by employing modern machine learning. So a complete approach for healthcare insurance detection comes from carefully designing, training, testing, validating set with the LSTM on two dataset A and dataset B. So the reported performance, as we can see, around 94% accurate on test dataset A and test 91 on test dataset B. So the detailed evaluation represent our confusion matrix also we use for evaluating how our approach is. So the study considerably increased the fraud detection approaches, stating a radial way toward reinforcing the healthcare insurance market against fraudulent operations. So finally, it make a new ways of increasing security, transparency, and trust in the healthcare insurance agencies. So it is all about the conclusion and the research work that we did, and we try to focus how we can make the data set more secure using the deep learning. Thank you very much.
But I found the same observation, Jagendra. You were just reading through the slides. No sufficeness on the part of what you are showing and what you are up to, what your work up to. So there should be some link, some proven theories on which you have worked. So it is just reading through slides.
Understand. Obviously, there should be like a proper justification, whatever the model we have implemented and designed with the results and with the like benefit and the drawbacks of that. I understand. And in future, we will try to like point out whatever you are saying in context of like points.
Yes, Joginder, kindly focus on the points Dr. Sudeshna has mentioned right now. Okay, I do agree with her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
will try to focus only the point that we exactly did in the task in the research.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. So we have the next author, Miss Roshni, with the paper ID number. I think this 226. Please share your slides and start the presentation. Yes, please go in the full screen mode and start your presentation.
Hello,
Yes, you are audible. Please start your presentation.
my name is Rosni Afshan and my topic is performance of deep learning based classification of retinal images and analysis of effective diagnosis of glaucoma. This is the
Please
contents
go
of,
in the full screen mode,
so it is full screen.
presentation mode.
So it is on that only.
Okay, continue.
This
You
is
need to
the,
press, I think, F5
so
because we
I
can
have
see
already
your.
pressed, but
Okay, please continue.
my side it is full slide. I don't know
Okay.
what. This is the strict part of my paper, which I am presenting right now. And this is the introduction: glaucoma, types of glaucoma, effects of glaucoma, uh, diagnosis and techniques, existing systems, optical coherence tomography, automated perimetry, fundus photography, tonometry, gonioscopy, telemedicine and remote monitoring, artificial intelligence, genetic testing, patient. These are the
Are you on the first slide or the second slide, ma'am? Hello, hello. Am I Rosni,
Miss
ma'am?
Roshni, you have to share your screen actually. What you have shared
Yes.
is not the thing in which you are reading the content.
Uh, I think there is some network issues at her side. So, do we have any other authors? Ma'am, you can please unshare your slides and try to share again. Yes, Goro sir, let her try again, then we will come to you. Miss Roshni, are you getting my voice? Yeah, please try to share again. Uh, okay, so we can do one thing. We can continue with Mr. Gaurav and Rosni. Miss Rosni, you can try again after him, right? So, Mr. Gaurav, can you please share your slides and please tell me your paper ID? I think it's 43. Yes. Now we are able to see your slides. Please go in the full screen mode,
I'm
the
audible?
presentation mode. Yeah, you are audible. What's your paper ID? 43?
It's 43.
Yeah, okay, please start.
Good afternoon. This side Gaurav Gupta, and my paper ID is 43. And the topic is that I'm presenting today is correlation of face recognition techniques. Basically, this is a part of image registration and dimension reduction approach. And in this part, in this paper, we will discuss the earlier approaches as well as the approaches that we have further developed. And let us start with the abstract that we included into this paper. That is the face recognition basically is a computer
Mr.
vision
Gaurav,
technique.
can you please go in the presentation mode?
So 1 minute. So it's already done from my side.
Okay, but I think we are not able to see, right? Sohail sir, it's still in the normal mode.
Yeah, presentation is still actually you have to share your screen.
Yes.
Don't show the window.
Yes. Share your screen and then go in this presentation mode.
So you are not able to share my screen. You are not able to see my screen.
We can see your screen, but not the presentation in the slideshow mode. Okay.
Yes, start from beginning. Extreme, yes. Yeah, now it's correct.
Okay. So face recognition basically is a technique that is a computer vision technique that is very, very useful for the purpose of each and every simple task in day-to-day life. And there are lots of researchers and do a lot of research from past 30 years. The earlier researches that were done already in this field are in the field of Egan faces. That was the first done. After that, the Fisher faces, and then after that, the Laplacian faces. But today, what we are discussing is we are focusing basically on PCDA, that is principal component discriminant analysis. Then we will go with a priori Laplacian technique along with the genetic algos. These are the basically three techniques that we are going to discuss today. This is basically the simple block diagram that will show that how the face is detected. That will start with the face detection. Firstly, we are having a data set, and the face data set that will consist of 360 images of 40 people that we have taken during our research, and each person covers basically a range of some poses and expressions. And all the images that we have taken here are in PGM format, and the pixel set is 92 by 112, and all images are in 256 shades of gray. Basically, we have taken one training data set that will consist of 40 persons with 9 images each. It means that total we are having a 360 images of 9 people, and all the images are in different postures, and we are having a test data set over here that will include 3 images per person. So totally, basically, we are having a 40 persons, and data set will consist of 40 into 3, that is 120 images, and training set will consist of 40 into 9, 360 images. So basically, this is the literature view that I'm talking about that we are going to discuss. The first one is principal component analysis. Basically, in this approach, all the images are transformed into reduced dimension space by using the principal component analysis. The reduction will be done with the reduction will be done with in most of the energy in still present. There is no loss in information. We have done reduction so that there will be no loss in the basic information. But it is very important to know about the prior knowledge of each class and each image. With the help of that only, we are able to determine the exact identification. In this case, we will use the scattering matrix. The earlier technique that was done with the is Egan faces that was using covariance matrix. But here in this case, we are using a scattering matrix that will give us the higher identification And after that, secondly, we are having a priori appellation. In priori appellation, it is very important to know about the prior information of the neighboring face. In this algorithm, we will use the similarity matrix, which is basically the Euclidean distance in case of Laplacian faces, and a priori Laplacian is replaced by a new and better similarity measures. And that in this case also we can use a Hamming distance. The problem with binary and Euclidean similarity measures is that they are not as good as similarity measures. So in this case of free space, because of high dimensionality, so a new good and efficient similarity measure is required. So this is basically proposed, a priori Laplacian is proposed with a Hamming distance. In this case, distance between 3 by 3 neighborhoods of each pixels in the image are recognized. So Hamming distance is just the number of bit change between two binary words. So here Hamming distance is calculated for the pairs which have been given a value 1. After calculating Hamming distance for each stored
Sorry to
neighborhood
disturb
binary
you, Mr.
pattern.
Gaurav. Can you directly go to the work that you have done as suggested by our session chairs? What
I
work
can't hear
have
you,
you done?
sir.
Can you directly go to your work, the work that you have done?
Sir, basically this is a literature paper and we have done literature on three topics, that is priori Laplacian approach, secondly PCDA, that is principal component approach, and
What
the
are
third one
your
is genetic
what are
algorithm.
your what are your findings of this literature survey? Can you summarize them?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any table, anything so that you can summarize your findings of literature survey?
Sir, basically earlier that the work was done with I had told you that the earlier it was Egan faces. Egan faces ke baad secondly we have Laplacian faces. So we have worked after the Laplacian faces. We have worked on a priori Laplacian, PCDA, and evolutionary projective projection. So for this, the data set that we have taken, I have already told you that we have taken a 360 images for the training set. So in this case, we use a MATLAB. So with the help of MATLAB, we have done the findings of this priori PCDA and ELPP, that is a genetic algo. This is basically the comparison of all the approaches. This graph is here in front of you all, and this is a comparison of all the approaches. Basically, I have done the literature survey for all these approaches. This is the past work that was done on the MATLAB, but now in new era, machine learning is a new concept. So basically, I am doing work on that itself, and I want to just add something new into this with the help of machine learning.
Have you done any kind of the literature survey on these machine learning algorithms that you are talking about?
Sir, I am a PhD student and I have just taken admission, and my guide proposed me to work on machine learning and to connect this concept to the machine learning concept.
Okay, Dr. Qureshi and Ma'am Chakrabarti, your comments.
Mr. Gaurav, already Dr. Ram has instructed you the findings of this paper. What is missing in this? Actually, this is not a purely a review paper, and also at the same time, this is not a paper on which you have worked. Okay, for a review paper or for a literature survey, you should maintain a table with certain papers in the basket. If you have read around 20 to 30 papers, and you should note it down, list down, and compare the result of those papers.
Yes, sir.
That means that is a review paper. Okay.
This is my first paper that I am presenting in front of you.
It is a good start, but lot of work need to be done.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Gaurav, you can do one thing because I think this is not this paper is or this presentation is not up to mark. You can do one thing. We have presentation for next 2 days also, and we have other sessions. So you can improve your presentation and please present in other sessions. Please be in contact, right? And I will tell you when you need to present.
Sure,
And
sir.
put some literature survey or some kind of the findings of these surveys, right? What you are getting, what these papers are saying, and compare with the latest things that are coming, like the application of the AI and ML, right? So
Sure.
please be in touch with me, and I will tell you when you need to present again.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So next is Rosni. Miss Roshni, please unshare your slides, Mr. Gaurav. Yes. Miss Roshni, please share your slides. Yeah. Yeah, please try to speak. We are not getting your voice. You are not audible.
Now it is audible.
Yeah. Please start.
Okay. The content of the table is abstract introduction, existing system, literature survey, proposed methodology, and this is the abstract of my paper. This is the introduction part. Glaucoma is a group of eye disease that can damage the optic nerve and result in the vision of blindness. Types of glaucoma. There are mainly two types of glaucoma, as we already know, that primary open angle glaucoma and the angle closure glaucoma. Effects of glaucoma, diagnosis and techniques of glaucoma, tonometry, ophthalmoscopy, visual field testing, gonioscopy, optical coherence tomography, pachymetry treatments, optical coherence tomography, automated perimetry, fundus photography, tonometry, gonioscopy, uh, and telemedicine and remote monitoring, artificial intelligence, genetic testing, patient health records. These are the literature survey which I have done on this topic, related to this topic. This is the proposed methodology: convolutional neural network, input layers, convocational layers, activation function, pooling layers, fully connected layers, output layers. And these are the results which I got from the paper. I have used 1300. I have used 1300 retinal images. The data set is split into 40 and 60 ratio and determine the feasibility in huge scale. The result indicates that the proposed glaucoma deep system can be used for glaucoma eye disease and resist the epidemiology to reduce the pressure of screening environment. The current studies focused on either local or global segmentation of OD and CU cup areas approaches. No current efforts has been made the deep learning algorithms to combine the strength of both the approaches. And this is the reference section we have included in this paper. So
Any
you
comments, Dr. Qureshi
so,
and Ma'am Sudeshna?
yes.
I
think work need to be done.
yes, she has not done anything. I mean, so
What to say actually?
Presentation sort of. There are differences
yeah,
in the paper and a poster presentation. So you have to work upon it, Roshni.
Okay, ma'am. I have taken these points and I will be work according to that for next time.
So with your permission, Professor Qureshi and Ma'am Chakrabarti, do we allow her again like we did in the previous case, or it's okay?
Just need to be done actually.
Here by 2 days, then print on her.
Yes. So I think prepare again. It's not a good presentation,
Okay, sir.
and keep in touch with me. I will tell you when you need to present again. All right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Next we have Hitesh, Mr. Hitesh. Mr. Hitesh.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. What's your paper number? I think it's
152.
152. Right. So please share your slides. and start again.
Is the screen visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible. Yes, start your presentation.
Good evening to all the panel members. So the topic of my research paper is real-time human force estimation, a media pipe and Python approach
Please
for
speak loudly.
yes, sir. Real-time human force estimation, a media pipe and Python approach for 3D detection and classification. So these are the contents of this presentation and abstract. So the research paper involves real-time human force detection and identification by user utilizing some machine learning approach. By predicting the location, locating key body points in a person's and make calculating the angle.
Hitesh, can you please a little bit louder?
Sir, actually my earphones are not working, sir. I am using my laptop mic.
But sorry, we are not able to hear what you're saying.
Sir, I also have a friend with me during this presentation.
Dr. Ram. Yeah.
Who is your friend? It is.
Manan.
He's the author of your paper.
Yes, sir.
One of the author. Yes. So he can also. Yes, he's the author. So he can present.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yes, please start the presentation.
Sir, Hitesh, you can share. You can unshare your screen. So is my screen visible?
Yes, visible. Go in the presentation mode and start.
Yes, sir. So as he already tell you that our presentation topic is real-time human pose detection, in which we are using MediaPipe and Python approach for 3D detection and classification. So the contents are this abstract introduction, existing system, data survey, etc. So talking about abstract, our study really based involves around the real-time human posture detection, in which we are comprehensively analyze and recognize human posture reliably by using computer vision and by in which we are locating the key body points in an individual instance, and then we use open pose and media pipe frameworks in order to give a thorough analysis of real-time human posture detection, through which we are identify the exercises based upon which we are giving the output. Then we have particularly some in-based instances we are using, that is T pose, 3 pose, and warrior pose, by which we are providing real-time visual feedback through live camera feed, in which we are basically working with body key points, pixel coordinators, and then the system analyze and identify the pose. Our projects operates well under the ideal lighting conditions and with adequate hardware resource. It sometimes it may show lag and it show inconsistent behavior, but our algorithm and optimization and hardware upgrades can overcome these restrictions. Now, when talking about introduction, as you all know, health is very important in our day-to-day life, and if one is incorrecting his exercise posture, can lead to some injuries or some maybe internal injuries also. Therefore, we are basically work on this project. So our project basically localize human or anatomical landmarks through the input data. So our goal is to give a machine a grasp of human behavior through which a major issue in computer vision has been solved. Identification of human posture is important, as I already said. So our project includes computer graphics, sports science, and healthcare. Then talking about some existing systems. In the past, manual observations and subjective evaluation, which take time and are open to error, were the main methods for posture study. So automated post detection and identification systems have become potent tools, and then thanks to development in computer vision and deep learning methods in order to analyze photos and videos precisely to determine the locations of important body points, and then the system makes use of machine learning models. So, in addition to which, the estimation the human position in real time has made extensive use of graphic models. The models depict the human body as a graph with body points acting as nodes and their spatial interactions as edges. So, in which we are basically calculate the heuristic angles, and based upon which we identify whether the person is doing correct posture or not. So our recent research has concentrated on creating one stage method. But basically one stage methods works on 2D postures. So
Manan,
we
kindly jump to your work, the work you had done.
okay sir. So sir, our proposed architecture, we gathered a broad data set of approx 100, 1500 images of different people's doing exercises. Then we make we work on our data set, and basically we give photos and videos also. So for human posture detection, we use the combined strength of OpenPost and MediaPipe frameworks. So after that, we identify the joint locations in our body postures, and then we retrieve the characteristics including joint angles, distances, and special connections. After that, to enable real-time processing, we effectively process the incoming data stream from live video by using machine learning algorithms. As a result, we are able to ensure smooth and quick posture detection. So this is our proposed architecture in which recorded or crop video comes in our model. Then we use open pose for pose estimation. Then we normalize the points. Then exercise perspective detection based on our data set we have given. Then the evaluation is done, and then our system provides specific feedback on the exercise. So talking about results, our system correctly detect and identify predefined distances based on the heuristic angles such as the T position, T pose, and warrior pose. User receives the visual feedback in real time, showing that if their posture is correct or not and able to correct them in real time. So user receive rapid feedback, enable them to adjust their posture and keep in appropriate form while engaging in workouts and other activities also. So the system capability of a variety of portion-based position-based application is highlighted by how well it detects and it recognizes the established poses. So our capacity to precisely identify and monitor important body points in real time offers important insights into how people move and stand. So this is our sample dataset we have given to our system, and based upon which the output is like this. So the first picture shows that the person is correctly doing tree poses. Like as you can see, the top left side that it shows tree pose. If any of his angle or any of his hand or any body part is not doing correctly, then it shows invalid exercise posture. As like other two are also working. So in our future, we can basically work on how we can reduce our lag system or inconsistent behaviors by using algorithm optimization. Also, we can also improve the capacity by generalizing or recognizing a large variety of positions. Also, as we have used only three types. After that, we can use it in virtual reality also and fitness tracking programs also. After that, our system can also be created in such a way that we can give more and more accuracy to the person that he is doing well and correct position or not, and we can also add some type of data nutrition plans also. So this is our whole architecture and presentation.
Manan,
Yes, sir.
is this a project work or a research work?
So basically, we done some kind of research work also based upon which we come into propose architecture by using OpenPOS and MediaPipe as a framework.
So, if you are talking about research, then there should be some previous existing systems also. Is it so?
Yes, sir. Sir, as I talked sir, initially we have come through HPD system. I think I also mentioned it or not. Yes, sir. So as you can see, initially HPD models was first applied, in which the sign language translation has been done. But after
Okay.
that,
So did you compare your system with the existing system? Did you find the result or the comparison chart for that?
sir, our system basically finds out successfully it detects the 461 poses out of 500 as we have given in testing part.
Okay. And what was the result of the previous existing system, the initial SPD system?
So initially HPD system, sir, it is not so much level that we are having much
You have
more.
not you have not mentioned anywhere. This thing is missing. Okay.
So
The next observation is that did you use any existing data set or you form your own data set,
so basically we used existing data set, but after that we test it on our own.
our own? And what was the size of your data set?
So 1500 images it has.
1500 images. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So those were the images taken by you.
So we collect it on the internet.
Okay. And what was the size of the previous data set, existing data set, which you have used from somewhere? The source.
So
What was the
sorry,
size
sir,
of that?
please repeat. I can't understand.
What was the size of the data set which you have used from some source?
Sir, we have given our own test for testing. Like we have the data set of approx 1500 images, in which
Okay.
we have reserved approx 30% for the testing data. Approximately 500 images we have kept for the testing data, and on the training part we use others images, approximately 900 to 1000 images. Yeah.
Okay. But then you have to compare your system with the existing system. You have to find out more the existing, how many more existing system are there. Okay. And how your system is getting an edge over those systems. Okay. This need to be done.
Okay, sir.
Right now, this is your just a project work, not a research work. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anyways, nice attempt. Okay. Any other
Okay, sir.
question from Sudeshna ma'am or Dr. Ram sir?
Any other any other question, ma'am? No question from my side. Your observation is right, sir, that he is showing the literature survey but not comparing the results. So what has already been done and what they are doing. So they need to compare this. Sudeshna ma'am.
Yeah, same here. I have also found the same discrepancy that is a part of a project and poster work rather than a research work. He has to work upon
Mhm.
it.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for your observation. So I think this is the answer. We have one more paper, but the authors are not present here. Paper ID number 26, prediction of the autism, the spectrum disorder using ANN and CNN. But I
Yeah.
think authors are not here, so they are absent.
Okay.
So thank you very much for joining us today, Dr. Sohail and Dr. Sudesna. And I have already shared the attendance sheet, I think, sir. So please share that with me. I will finalize that and share with you. again, right? And I will share
Sure,
your
sir, sure.
certificates, sir. Please tell me if there any need anything that I need to change, and then I will share with you on the email.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Uh,
Dr. Ram Naresh ji. And thank you, Dr. Sudeshna, and
Thank you,
all
sir.
the
Thank
best
you
to the
very much.
attendees over there. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Okay, so I would request the IT team to please end the meeting as all the participants have presented their paper. Thank you very much.